Well, welcome back. We are in Dealey Plaza. We are in Dallas, Texas, Dealey Plaza, at the site of where JFK lost his life. Now, probably one of the biggest conspiracy theories of all time, and with the assassination attempt on President Trump, it seems like this place is really busy. I mean, it's pretty early right now. I'm going to go in the museum too. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Depository. I'm going to go upstairs and see the shooter's window, but we're going to go around and see all the conspiracy theory areas. I mean, even from the Umbrella Man. And somebody just noted to me the other day, the Umbrella Man that was here. So do a YouTube search and look at that. That's a weird story. And then somebody even had the idea that there was a gun in the umbrella. Maybe I'll include that. Yeah, I'll probably will. All right, let's go check this out. So first and foremost, let's start by just the juxtaposition of everything. Where these cars are coming and where this X is on the road, where this truck, the middle lane, is where President Kennedy was assassinated. Right where that van's actually going to slow down, it looks like. So the depository is right over here under this tree. We're going to get a better view of that. Go over here. Now this is the Grassy Knoll area, if there was a second shooter, as people have said. Also the workers that took off and were up in this area. Hard to believe it's been 61 years since this fateful day. My dad was in school that day, about 14 miles away from here, as a young man. Been here with him too, he remembers it. Remember hearing the news. Let's go look around. All right, so we're on the back side of the fence, and I just want to say that I'm just showing this for people that can't come out here and kind of look it over and kind of give an idea of the area on that day if they want to make their own assumption. So here we go, and we'll go down by the key points too. There's little placards all the way around here, as you can see down there, over there. But from this area, you can see right there the X. This is actually more of a hidden area, and people have said the way his John's head jerked back that he was shot from the front. I don't know. I'm just saying what I've heard. And right on cue, a couple of the red lines passing on by. Still to this day, a very active train yard. Got a Union Pacific going by. And I'll turn around and you'll see this is all original still. You can see the groundwork. And from the World's Fair right here in the distance, the tower that you can, I believe, still go up in. I thought I saw tickets for that, but we're gonna walk out here and take a look. All right, that very noisy train has left, thank goodness. But so back to this, we're on top of the bridge, and it was November 22nd, 1963. And a factory down the way, these workers were given the day off or told they could go on their lunch hour to see the president, and they were up on top of this bridge where we're at right now, as you can see. Supra speeding by, but Kennedy was coming down this way. So even from here, you can't even see, well, I guess maybe you could, because the tree definitely wasn't as big as it is today. And to get a shot, there we go. This kind of really puts it into perspective. So the middle lane, X, and then Lee Harvey up in that building right there in that window. Not the top, one down, right here in the corner, farthest to the right, is where he would have been shooting down at the president. Now we're gonna go look at the manhole cover, we're gonna look at the grassy field, we're gonna make our way around that. So I just wanna really show what these guys were seeing on this bridge when they were up here. So they were sitting here waiting for Mr. President. And then one more train on that fateful day. So as you can see behind me, this is all the way across the bridge. It's one-way streets both ways, coming in and out, and then you got the 2 lanes here, but there's the road. You got the book depository there. It's really crazy. Another train. Over 60 years, it still brings so many visitors, so many people just want to be, like myself, in a place of history just to see what happened. I mean, just to think my own dad was so close when this happened is kind of amazing to me too. And I'm sure he never thought he'd have a son and his son would be here doing YouTube videos, but here I am. And crazy, crazy stuff, especially with, like I was saying, what's going on in the world today, the attempted assassination on President Trump. Now that was pretty cut and dry. The kid, they're not really saying so much. We're not going to get into that. We're here for this, but you'll come up with your own assumption on that as well. But as we're here, I love seeing the comments from everybody. I like hearing people tell me to check this out, check that out. The umbrella ban was something very interesting that I just came across yesterday, actually. And I don't know if we'll ever know, but we can look around, and it's not that big of a spot, that is for sure. It's very small if you've ever been here. It's a tiny area. So let's go down the bridge, head over, and then we're gonna go inside the museum. Okay, so we've made our way down, and I've shown this before. Okay, this is really showing the lawn where people were lined up, and then umbrella man. I'm sticking with that. But this, if you come down this way, the X is right where that bus is going over right now. If you look at this storm sewer, the last time I was here, somebody pointed this out to me. Where is it? Is this it right here? No, right here. Off to the far right. Hold on, I'm gonna try to get a better shot. So this storm sewer, let me know what you think. With the bullets that were fired, somebody said that this was an indention from a missed bullet. And you can tell that this is really old, that this was original. Hasn't been changed, but I don't know how well that picks up. I think it picks up. I'm trying to see with the glare and the darkness, the shadowing on my camera, but it is a pretty good indention. I don't know if somebody saw it. I don't know if it's folklore, but it's here. Once again, you can see some folks in the road right there. So I'll point it out right here. One story down. I'll zoom in. That's where he was. You can see the little white box there. That little white box is actually a camera, a world camera. I'm gonna walk up over there and I'll tell you a little bit more about that and where you can see yourself if you come down here. Those people are perfectly aligned with where the shot would have been taken. So we're right here off of Commerce and Houston Street. And this is the way that Mr. Kennedy would have been making his way down Houston, in front of this area, and then down to Elm. We got Main and then Elm. Right next to us is the Dallas County Criminal Courts building, still unused. And then he would have made that left, and we're gonna head down there. Big truck behind me. By Dealey Plaza. And I want to show you real quick. If we go to that, you can see the live cam, and we're actually right down here on the fountain. So you can look that up. I'll put that on there as well. I'm excited by nerding out a little bit, and I think it's gonna be hard to see, but look, right there in the bottom corner, that's me, the only person out there by the orange sign by the fountain with my camera. It works. Sorry, it works, I meant. It's right there. Also, if you come to visit the area, there's loud motorcycles, and once those pass, I'll show you There's a lot of people out here that are trying to get a couple bucks off you, and they're always trying to tell you what happened. There's a guy, you'll see this gentleman over here with the sign. He's gonna show you what happened in his hand. That's a pamphlet. I believe that's the same guy that got my dad and I about a year ago. And then this guy will follow you around like stink on you know what until he gets a couple bucks out of you. So he'll tell you to hold his book. That's their move. Hold my book, take a look, and then all of a sudden you own it. So the grift is real. All right, we're gonna go up here. Like I said, I'm gonna do 2 videos today. That is the window, that is the earth cam that you can see. This gentleman's explaining that right now to these people. And we're gonna make our left finally onto Elm. A bunch of these information placards all around the area, and this is the first shot taken from the near vantage point. The photo shows the presidential limousine approaching what would later be called a grassy knoll. Investigators believe the picture was taken about the time of the first shot. The alleged assassin's window is the far right corner. Yes, we know that. And there's the Secret Service writing. Kennedy would have been here. Yeah, we're there. Like I said, the umbrella man. There he is. Now these trees have really grown up since then, so there would have been a covering in that window at the time. But as you can see from there, straight in front of me, there's the X. We'll walk over there. So here's the shot. And if you wait a second, you can come down here and you can stand in the street when no cars will be here, since it is a one-way street. But the vantage point to the shot, I mean, it is not far at all, that is for sure. And directly behind me, I'll show you. Around that, we have the umbrella man right over here, the Knoll storm drain over there. Somebody also said that the storm drain popped open sometime while this occurred, but who knows. I also want to show this, the Grassy Knoll. Journalist Merriman Smith, riding in his motorcade 5 cars behind President Kennedy, reported seeing Dallas police run up the hill, which he called a grassy knoll. Some witnesses believe shots came from the knoll, but police said they found no evidence. The wooden stockade fence on the top has been rebuilt several times since 1963, so the fence was in fact there. That seems like that would have been a more ideal area to shoot from. I'm just saying, if you wanted an escape plan, you know. And it would have been right over there. So we're gonna make our way up and then head inside. It wouldn't be complete without showing where we started and go in full circle. So the triple underpass, the final leg of the presidential motorcade, was to pass through the triple underpass en route to the Dallas Trade Mart for a luncheon and a speech north of downtown. Instead, well, we know what happened. It rushed to Parkland Hospital less than 2 miles from here. Railroad employees, cleared by the supervisor, watched above, and there they are. And that's where we started, right here. That's where our day started. So they would have been right up here where we were just a little bit earlier. But instead of going to his luncheon, they jammed out of here 2 miles away and headed to the hospital. Wow, so crazy. It always is just being here. Well, we're here and we're pointing out the landmarks. Here's a little landmark. That's the landmark designation. In 1993, in recognition, the neighboring plaque was installed, and that is this plaque, the neighbor. Natural Historic Landmark. And they have another little thing up there that we'll go look at when those folks leave. But final shot from the outside. X marks the spot. Another very interesting thing I want to point out is Abraham Zapruder. There's a really cool videos, and you'll hear that name, Zapruder, really sticks with you. That he climbed up here. Marilyn Sitzman standing behind to steady him. He was the only photographer that day, and that took place right here. That shot that he took, that is insane. So he was standing up here. That is nuts. He wasn't even sure he was gonna bring his camera that day, and she talked him into it. Like, how could you miss this? It's the president. This is a once in a lifetime thing, and he brought it in. That would have been the shot. Well, with that being said, I think I showed the grounds pretty well, thoroughly went through stuff. Once again, I'm showing this just so people that can't make it here can kind of see how it's set up. It's a very small area. I mean, tiny. So this is not, well, I have my own opinion, but I keep that to myself of what actually happened and who was at fault. But yeah, if you know something, I always like reading the comments, or, you know, healthy conversation is always good on what happened this fateful day. Crazy to just think, you know, that we almost lost another president. But there are so many things to point out. But like I said, if you are going to visit, the one thing to point out are these. You'll see him right there, the gentleman with the sign, and he looks like he's just shooting some videos of his own. He's not. This place is his piggy bank, and probably his retirement too, and that's cool. I mean, some people want the facts, and, you know, we'll tip them, but they're just kind of forceful. Let's just say that. They are forceful, and they trick you. You know, if he was doing it honestly and said, hey, give me a couple bucks, cool, but he doesn't. He gives you something, puts it in your hands, and then he's like, you own it, give me $5 at least. So just a heads up. Directly behind me is the book depository. It's still about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's starting to get warm and humid, is for sure. We're actually going to do the tour. My tour is not for about 30 more minutes. So once Harvey took the shot, he had to get out of there. I mean, that was a given. I don't know what to expect inside there. I'm going to learn it along with you guys. But before we do that, I'm going to walk around the area, because he did work here, and kind of see what he was familiar with. And the landscape probably hasn't changed all that much since these are brick buildings. So we're going to walk around the perimeter of it and see what we can see from the outside, and then we'll go inside. And here's the parking. It's $12 to park your car for, I think it's all day, so that's not bad. The 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza, and right there is Houston Street, so it kind of goes off to the side, you'll see. And we'll head over there, but we're gonna go around the perimeter to the back. So after paying the gentleman the $12, like it's just what is it, air conditioning or sewage. There is a basement, unlike the Alamo, and these guys are heading in. I still got a little bit of time. Walk up these stairs and take a peek. I'm not gonna show too much outside, but museum entrance that way. Oh, and the price for the tickets to come to the museum, that's going to run you, I think it was $25, something around that per person. That is quite a cool view. I mean, the trains just one after another come flying through here. Another thing that's, you know, with American tourist spots, and I've been to a lot, and since doing YouTube videos I do a lot more. Lots of different languages being spoke. It's kind of amazing how people from all around the world come to the US, and we have such a boiling pot of history. Okay. 10 a.m. ticket holders, group entrance. Also, if you go down Houston a little bit past the book depository, you cross the train tracks and you make a right. There's a restaurant called Jack Ruby's. So, just, I don't know if he actually owned the place. I know he did own some places, but I'm not sure if that was one of it. I do know that Jack Ruby was responsible for Trini Lopez. If you ever looked that up, there was a weird little thing that goes with that, and him paying for Trini to go out and his musical career. If I had a hammer. All right, we're gonna go all the way up there. Somebody doesn't like scooters. You want to get here in time, because these trolleys, they'll be coming through all day long. We're on the corner of Houston and Elm right now, and formerly the Texas School Book Depository Building. On November 22nd, 1963, we skipped ahead. The building gained national notoriety when Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot and killed the President John F. Kennedy from a 6th floor window. Allegedly? Well, I guess so. That's from 1980. I guess they don't want to be held responsible if they were wrong. There's that gentleman again. He's gonna get some. Waits all day long, I tell you. The guy probably does pretty well. I believe this was the entrance when the Dallas County, dedicated 1981. Take a peek inside. I could watch. So this guy sees him. Got him. All right, how you guys doing? Hey, look at this. Whoa, have you ever seen this? Oh man, he got shot right there in that window. There it is. Look at that. Hey, where are you guys from? Oh, you're from California? Like me? Up there. Here, look at this. Here, take it. Just gonna fold it up. Gonna try to hand him these mass printed newspapers. Right over here, he was driving, made the left. Turned right down there, right past this bus. All right, the grift is on. Here, look. Have you seen the photos? They're in here. Yeah. Been there, done that. So, you guys, one after another, like pigeons. Now he's gonna walk them over. Now you got one on the hook. Once he starts dragging you, and that's a party of 6, somebody's gonna have to kick in something for all that knowledge of him pointing out where all the placards are around here that give you the information for free. So they said there's no video upstairs, so that might kill it. No pun intended. I didn't mean to use those words, poor words, but there's the motorcade, and there's John and Jackie and the senator in front of them. So we're starting on the 6th floor, and I know I don't know how they are going to be about video everywhere, but here's the view, and there's the train yard going by. But I'm going to head inside, see what I can show you guys.
ABC Radio. Here is a special bulletin from Dallas, Texas. 3 shots were... Interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin from ABC Radio. Here is a special bulletin from Dallas, Texas. Hired at President Kennedy's motorcade today in downtown Dallas, Texas.
That's so crazy. They just have the assassination playing on a loop. That's so crazy, the sniper's perch. That would have been the view back in the day before the trees were fully grown. Asshole. So even though it is glassed off, it is kind of interesting to note that that is the original floor, stains and all. Wow, that's another view right there. That white box is the camera, the Earth cam. That is kind of wild to view that. Oh, I didn't know they made a right. They made a right down there. There's the motorcade. And then there's where the shots took place. Early shots. Fatal shot. And then through the tunnel right there. So looking down, that tree was not in the view then. It's grown up over the last 6 decades, but right down there. I don't know why they have it here, but here is his wedding ring, made in the good old USSR, 1961, Lee Harvey Oswald. That's where Oswald met his demise with Jack Ruby. It's crazy. Got him. Wow, there's a rifle. And a handprint. That's cool. That's the model of it. The breakdown of. So that would be the one that almost skips off that manhole down there. There's the manhole. Yeah. I like that they're saying that there's no conspiracy. Don't believe your eyes. Kind of like what they try to do now. The Zapruder film once again. The pristine bullet. That'd be impossible. The Italian made man liquor, Caracano Bravo. Wow. Start up the stairway to the 7th floor. Not sure what we're going to see up here. 2 days in Texas. So this is a breakdown of while he was here, I guess. Well, that's going to do it from Dealey Plaza. So we looked at the outside, tried to show as much as I could from the inside. I eventually did get in trouble. Not in trouble, but the lady's like, no filming, you know, but I was able to show you the key parts, the 6th floor where the shot was taken. So that was cool. I wanted to show that. I was able to. I'm not trying to get away with anything. I paid a fee. So is it worth 25 bucks? Sure. I mean, for one time, might as well come check it out. Parking lot's filling up. It's getting warm. Please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you next time. Oh, look. There he is. So look out for the baseball hat and the satchel. Got a couple live ones, you know, one after another, and it's getting kind of crowded. Dude, that guy just keeps hammering people all day to get a donation. Lock your car, take your keys, hide your belongings. No promises from Dealey Plaza. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.